Welcome back. This is going to be part 2 of refinishing the Mercury Cowling. If you watched the last video, you know that we had some issues with the Duplicolor paint. If you haven't, you can see it right here. Anyway, in this video we're going to go ahead and go through the steps to recover from that almost disaster. It wasn't quite a disaster, but it did add some extra time. But before we do that, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, and you'll get notifications when I put videos up in the future. Alright, let's get to it. So in order to recover the cowling, we had to go through a couple of different steps. The first step is going to be sanding. We're going to sand all this down with 600, 800, and then 1000 grit. And the 600 first is to basically take it down to a smooth finish. Everything else revolves more around polishing than anything else. So let's get to the sanding. 600. $800. All right, we're on to the 1000. All right, that's it for the 1000. Rinse it off, dry it off, and then hit it with compound. See what happens. Next step after that is going to be compounding. Now, I have 2 levels of compound. I've got a medium compound, which is good up to 800 grit, if I'm not mistaken, and then the fine, and this is all 3M product, is up to 1000 grit. So I'm going to use both, and what we'll do is we'll go through the compounding process and hopefully come up with a nice shine. Here we go. All right, I'm going to start with the 3M medium, which is about an 800 grit. I've got my medium wheel on it, and then I'm going to go to 1000, try that. So let's see how this goes. This actually looks really good. I'm very happy with it. Not happy with the extra work I had to put into it, but this looks good. I'm going to go ahead and do the 1000 grit. I don't know that it's really necessary, but I got the stuff, so it'll only take a few more minutes. I'm going to go ahead and do that as well. All right, here's the bonnet I use for 1000 grit. It's marked fine. Actually, this works, and I actually think that just leaving it at the 800 is fine. Maybe do this by hand with the 1000, but I really don't think it's necessary. It was fine with the 800. So now we know. Now comes the fun part. I'm going to do the rest of the cowling, and once we get that done, we'll start with the decals. Alright, so you can see at this point we've recovered the paint job. Everything looks pretty good. So the next step is going to be assembling it. Basically the reverse of what we did when we took it apart. And one of the things I did do, as I was taking it apart, I actually took pictures, and in some cases video, so that when I was putting it back together, I would have a reference as to where everything went. So here we go, let's put it back together. Alright, so we're at a point where we can get the decals on, put the hardware on. I'm going to go ahead and put the hardware on first, get this air cap on, and put the rest of the hardware on. I've got a piece of felt over the workbench so we don't scratch up the finish. But I'm going to start with this piece, which is actually a real pain in the butt. The way it's the way it mounts on there. You got to find the holes. Maybe it's not that hard. If I got this, might work. And I'll probably need another set of hands because we're going to flip this on its side. Then just hold it, yeah. Get them all started. Maybe this will go easier than I thought, who knows. Alright, so now that we've got it all assembled, the time has come for us to put the decals on. Now, I have been buying my decals. I'm going to give them a shout out because they do a really good job. Outboardgraphics.com. They're based in Europe. They're actually based in England. But to be honest with you, what you pay in shipping and for the decals is about the same, if not less than what you get them here domestically. I really like them, so I'll use their product and give them a shout out. Let's go ahead and get the decals onto this engine. Because this is a really, really large decal. You see we're following that guide right there. So this is maybe roughly like that actually. We're going to get as close as we can eyeballing it. Now, this is where it gets fun. We actually have to peel the back off. And it comes in 3 pieces. This backing, this piece, you want the decal to stick to this piece. So we're peeling it off at a sharp angle. And these actually come from the UK. The gentleman that has a shop out there that does these things does an excellent job. I pretty much use him exclusively. So this is going to be fun. It's all sticky. I'm going to spray with a mixture of dish soap and water because that's going to help us position it. Go down a little.
I think it's got to come. Right there. It's too far forward, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it needs to come back some.
All right, cool.
So right there looks pretty close.
Yep. I think if we're not exact, we're pretty close. What I'm doing is getting all those air bubbles off.
You want a card?
Actually, they gave me a little.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
I got a Sheets card.
Alright, now the fun part. You can see this.
Peeling it.
Yeah, peeling this back without. This is probably the most challenging part of this. Slow and steady wins the race. Here's where outboardgraphics.com really shines. They actually are doing 3D prints for any of your raised emblems that may be on your boat or your engine. So I'm going to put this on. And they 3D print them. They do a pretty good job. And these are, it's really a prototype that he sent me, but I think by the time this is published, he's going to be doing these commercially as well. So if you order from them, and by the way, they don't pay me anything to do this. I just really like their product and their work. I might put an Optimax sticker on there. I do have an extra one, so actually no, I don't. We'll leave it at that. Alright, the stickers are on, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to let all the glue cure, especially in the areas where we used a lot of the soapy water. And after that I'm going to put a coat or two of wax on this, so it's going to be done. So let's see how it ends up looking. Alright, so we've got this cowling finished. As you can see, we're able to recover from the Duplicolor batch, and I still don't know what caused it to go wrong. I know I won't be using it again, but if anybody has any comments or any ideas why it may have failed, please comment below. Anyway, came out good. We got the decals on. It's ready to go, and I'm really pleased with the results. So I hope this video has been helpful to you. If it has, hit share and like, and definitely don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Well, you can see that we got a really good finish on this boat. The decals are on. Damn it. It's a boat again.
Oh, I did just start over.
Alright, so as you can see, this cowling did come out. So as you can see, this cowling came out pretty good. We were able to recover the paint. I won't be